Hi, I'm Peter Birch. This week we're going to head into the bush to find some cool looking critters. Thanks to our good friends at Reptile One. Make sure you come and join the adventure. Thanks for watching CrittaCam.
What do you got there, Peter?
Well, down here on the edge of the water, trying to catch ourselves a water dragon, but luckily enough, caught this beautiful little water skink. He's a little beauty for sure. Look at that.
He's a thumper.
Nice and feisty. Aren't you, buddy? Yep. Look, he wants. Yeah. Nice and feisty.
Yeah, that's how you like them, eh?
Yep. These guys are pretty cool. You know, very fast, agile little skink, ducking in between the rocks here. They do grow twice this size. I've seen some nice big chunky females. Now, like a lot of Australian skinks, they're a live-bearing species. So this particular water skink, scientific name is Eulamprus quoyi. Very much a mouthful indeed, but I mean beautiful golden colours right through these skinks. And you can see the majority of these guys typically have regenerated tails, just like this guy. It's slightly discoloured from here down.
Yeah.
So at some stage,
a lot of predators here.
Someone's taken a bit of a go at him, probably a water dragon. If not, there was a small red belly I seen earlier. Any of those guys would be feeding on these beautiful little critters. Now these guys here typically have a lot of parasites, so it's not good to feed captive reptiles. And more importantly, it's not good to feed any reptiles. I mean, it goes against the whole thing of what we're doing, you know, keeping reptiles as pets. But in the wild, if a red belly does eat this, and this guy has got some intestinal load, being worms, it's going to pass on to the next guy, and of course it's going to upset the red belly for sure. Now, like I said, these guys are live bearing, fast moving, very agile.
They're only found on the east coast?
East coast, yeah. There's a lot of different subspecies of the Eulamprus. They go right up and down the east coast here. There's rainforest species of Eulamprus. They all have that definitive body shape. Some have like speckles, more stripes, less stripes, silver colours and all sorts of things, rainbow colours. We even have the rainbow coloured skinks.
What would he be eating down here?
This guy's eating just about anything he can catch, so if you can catch smaller skinks, and I've seen them eat their own kind, it'll happen.
Yeah.
But particularly they'd be liking the any of the waterborne sort of insects down here. So, you know, pretty awesome little guy.
Do they live in colonies as well, or?
Typically they set up themselves amongst these awesome rocks here, and they will live in a small colony situation. Like everything, you know, dominant males obviously get the majority of the territory, the best hunting, the females and all the rest of it. And these guys would definitely be the same thing. You do find them in small isolated colonies. And I mean, what I like about these guys, just like the water dragons, these guys will plop into the water, usually when threatened. They can hold their breath, get down under the rocks there and chill out. Sometimes I go into the water to hunt for food too, and that's pretty damn cool.
So what do you got there, Pete?
A male eastern water dragon. How do I know it's a boy? Is that what you just said? Well,
I want to know what you're on about. How do you know that?
Look at that blood red chest. That's an indicator that this is a male. It's got this big, gigantic, powerful, muscular head. You can see there's big jaw muscles right there. Gives a savage bite, I tell you that.
Let's, what I can do is insert video now.
This big male is usually, oh yeah, he's not very happy. Just took the tip of my finger off. Oh, righto, just keep going. These guys have got amazing teeth, and if we open his mouth, you can see how serrated they are. And if you're not quick enough, you'll get a nasty bite. And man, it's very painful. It's the same finger with a blue tongue. It's destroyed. He's munched through my nail.
I want to get this. Oh, yeah. Got that on camera.
Ah, I got whipped in the face.
And that was awesome.
Yeah, that was completely awesome. I remember losing the tip of the finger over that one. So it's pretty impressive animals. Pretty important to stay away from the sharp end, being this end here.
Yeah.
And as you can see, and as you can see, life is pretty harsh out there in the wild. So take care, everyone.
Do they regenerate?
It'll regenerate slowly but gradually. You can see this one here is slowly growing back.
Yeah.
Looks like it's already grown back about 1.5 inches there. 40 millimeters for the rest of the world, not those American guys, but yeah. Beautiful, powerful animals. Long back claw here means it loves to climb. And if you can see my hand right now, see the condition of my hand, they are very powerful, scratching claws, tear you to pieces.
Now this is an eastern water dragon.
That's right, eastern water dragon. There's two species of water dragons in Australia. The Gippsland water dragon, which comes from down in Victoria.
They get slightly bigger, or?
They're a different colour. They're more greens and yellow hues. Right. Very beautiful animals. Whereas the easterns typically are a little bit bigger, got more of those grey, brown hues, and both species have that big, bright chest. It's an indicator that it's a breeding male. And it definitely means business. They've got some really cool looking eyes that see into your soul. Beautiful.
And they like fingers. So
yeah, they love fingers apparently. So make sure you keep your fingers away from the sharp end, guys.
And we've been up and down all these rock crevices, and finally.
Yep, finally. We're able to get our hands on one. But
they're very evasive.
Very evasive. Very
Most of them go into the water and they stay there for some time. So.
That's right. So these guys can actually dive in the water, get down on the bottom water, and can sit there for about 45 minutes or so, holding their breath. Now that's pretty awesome, and I guess that's the reason why they got their name, the water dragon. Always associated along the river creeks and across the rock escarpments and stuff like that around the water. They typically sit out there, and if they see you come, they either jump off or fall off the log and go bloop into the water and swim to the bottom. Very fast, agile animals. They've got this ridge down the back and down their tail, which we see in a lot of semi-aquatic lizards, that enable these guys to be able to motor and move their way through the water quite powerfully.
They're a cool dragon.
Very cool. And of course, being in a dragon or in a gamete species here in Australia, the females are an egg-laying species, and in captivity you can get them to lay probably 2 or 3 times a year, and they will lay about 20 or 30 eggs at a go. And that's pretty decent amount for a captive animal, I tell you.
That's awesome. Let's
look at him. Wants to say hello, everyone. Don't you? Yeah, that's what happened last time. Let's not let that happen.
I think we should end it there so nothing else happens.
Yeah. He wants a kiss. No. Today was an interesting day, I tell you that, where we got out and had a look around and found some pretty cool animals. And you don't always seem to find exactly what you want to find, but you have a great time doing it with good friends. Make sure you get out and enjoy the adventure. And hit us up on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. Until next time, thanks for watching CrittaCam.